on soil management and the means of domestication in the regional standards, genesis, processes, and roadmaps. So all in all, the Pan-African Parliament, with this model law, is hoping that once we have adopted it in our parliament...
Esther.
Let me conclude. Once we've adopted it, other countries that are member states will be able to adopt it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity, and welcome to the Committee of Rural Economy in Pan-African Parliament. Thank you.
Majimbo, 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Precisely to be 1 minute. As a member of Parliament of Pan-African Parliament, representing Kenya in that very honorable parliament in Midrand, South Africa, I would wish to welcome my colleagues to this very important parliament in a very important state called Kenya. It's the best parliament so far in Africa. They can see for themselves. And the law that we make here actually goes down to the people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I won't speak much, but just a matter of welcome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader. Give him the mic.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Wednesday, December 4th, 2024, afternoon sitting. 1. Reports of the Auditor General of Financial Statements for the years ended 30th June 2024 and the certificates they are in respect of 1. Kenya Cooperation and Partnership Facilities, KCPF, project number KEFED 2019-041712, credit number FED 2021-423175, State Department for Devolution. 2. Kenya Electricity Expansion Project, CR number 1487P, Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation. 3. Horn of Africa Gateway Development Project, IDA P161305, credit number 6768, KE, Information and Communication Technology, ICT Authority. 4. Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, Staff Housing, Mortgage and Car Loan Scheme. 5. Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. 6. National Council for Nomadic Education in Kenya, State Department for Basic Education. 7. Emergency Locust Response Project, IDA, credit number 6648 and 70530, KE, State Department for Agriculture. 8. Nairobi Outer Ring Road Improvement Project, loan number 210015000144, Kenya Urban Roads Authority. 9. Rural Electrification in 5 Regions Project, credit number 11597, credit number 1407P, Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation. 10. Water Sector Development Program, Lake Victoria, South Kericho, Kisii, Nyamira, and Litien, loan number BMZ number 2010-65861, and grant number BMZ 2010-70457, Lake Victoria South Water Works Development Agency. Honorable Speaker, number 11, Lake Victoria Water Supply and Sanitation Program Phase 2, project number PZI EAO 004, ADF grant number 210015501997, Lake Victoria South Water Works Development Agency. 12, Global Fund to reduce malaria incidences and deaths by at least 75% of the 2016 level by 2023, working towards a malaria-free Kenya, KENMTNT number 2064, Ministry of Health. Number 13, Global Fund to contribute to achieving Vision 2033 Universal Access to Comprehensive HIV Prevention, Treatment and Care Program, KENTNT number 2065, Ministry of Health. Number 14, technical support to the French desk, the National Treasury Project, grant number AFD CKE 120401E for the 9 months period ended 30th June 2024, the National Treasury. Number 15, Northern Collectors Phase 1 and additional rehabilitation development of the network project, credit number CKEU 107401K at the Water Works Development Agency. Number 16, promotion of youth employment and vocational training in Kenya, Phase 2, project loan number BMZ 2018-65-120, State Department for Technical Vocational Education and Training. Number 17, Global Fund HIV/AIDS project grant number KENH 2065, National Syndemic Disease Control Council. Number 18, promotion of youth employment through scholarships, Phase 2, Wings to Fly 4, project grant number BMZ number 2018-67399, State Department for Technical Vocational Education and Training, SDTEVT. Number 19, National Drought Emergency Fund, year ended 30th June 2024. Number 20, East Africa Skills for Transformation and Regional Integration Project, East-Trip IDA number, loan number 633K in Meru National Polytechnic. Number 21, Eastern and Southern Africa Higher Education Center of Excellency, ACE2, project credit number 5798KE, State Department for Higher Education and Research. Number 22, Africa Center of Excellency, ACE11 in phytochemical, textile and renewable energy, PTRE project IDA credit number 5785798KE, Moi University, and support to technical and vocational education training entrepreneurship, TVETE project phase 3, loan number 21001500422254, State Department for Technical Vocational Education and Training. I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to lay.
Thank you, Owen. Vice Chairperson, Committee on Powers and Privileges. Lekuton. Where is he? I donated my authority to you. That is a committee chaired by Mr. Speaker. Lekuton has just been here. Oh, are your papers ready? Tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent.
Thank you.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security, Tongoyo.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Wednesday, 4th December 2024. Report of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the budget implementation for the financial year 2023-24 for the following state departments: Executive Office of the President, Office of the Deputy President, Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, State Department for Parliamentary Affairs, State Department for Performance and Delivery Management, State Department for Cabinet Affairs, State House, State Department for Immigration and Citizen Services, National Police Service, State Department for Internal Security and National Administration, National Police Service Commission, and Independent Policing Oversight Authority. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture. Carole Omondi, are you from that committee? And you're ready? Give him the mic.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Wednesday, 4th December 2024. Report of the Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture on the budget implementation monitoring for the financial year 2023-2024 for the following state departments. Vote number 1132, State Department for Sports. Vote 1134, State Department for Culture, the Arts and Heritage. And vote 1135, State Department for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Carole. Chairperson, Mediation Committee on Conflict of Interest Bill. Murugara, is this you?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Wednesday, 4th December 2024. Report of the Mediation Committee on the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2023. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security. Tongoyo.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give the notice of the following motion, that this House adopt the report of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on budget implementation for the financial year 2023-24 for the following state departments laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 4th, 2024 December. Executive Office of the President, Office of the Deputy President, Office of the Prime Cabinet, State Department for Parliamentary Affairs, State Department for Performance and Delivery Management, State Department for Cabinet Affairs, the State House, State Department for Migration and Citizen Services, the National Police Service, State Department for Internal Security and National Administration, National Police Service Commission, and Independent Policing Oversight Authority. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman. Carole Mondi. Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that this House adopts the report of the Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture on budget implementation monitoring for financial year 2023-2024 for the following state departments laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 4th December 2024. Vote number 1132, State Department for Sports. Vote number 1134, State Department for Culture, the Arts and Heritage. And vote 1135, State Department for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Murugara. Chairperson, Mediation Committee on Conflict of Interest Bill.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to give notice of the following motion, that pursuant to the provisions of Article 1132 of the Constitution and Standing Order 153, this House adopts the report of the Mediation Committee on the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2023, laid on the table of the House today, Wednesday, 4th December 2024, and approves the mediated version of the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2023. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Major Retired Bashir Abdullahi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. This is a general statement regarding the 4th Pastoralist Leadership Summit to be held in Wajir County. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 443-1, I rise to make a statement regarding the upcoming Pastoral Leadership Summit scheduled to be held from the 8th to 10th December 2024 in Wajir County. Honorable Speaker, the Pastoralist Parliamentary Group is the largest parliamentary caucus and comprises all members of parliament from the pastoralist counties with the objective of mainstreaming the pastoralist agenda in the national policy and policy discourse. Since its inception in 2013, the Pastoralist Leadership Summit has served as a unique forum that brings together political leaders at both the national and county levels. It provides a platform for dialogue on the key issues affecting the pastoralist communities, fosters national policy consensus, and seeks opportunities to align national and county policies with aspirations of the pastoralist areas. Honorable Speaker, the Pastoralist Parliamentary Group has organized its 4th Pastoralist Leadership Summit to be held from the 8th to 10th December 2024 at the venue of Wajir Girls Secondary School in Wajir County, under the theme, Unlocking Policy and Financing Bottlenecks in the Pastoralist Counties in Kenya. This year's summit aims to address critical challenges and unlock the full potential of pastoralism in Kenya. We will focus on key areas that impact pastoralist development, including climate change financing and resilience building, community land rights, foundations of development, enhancing peace, security infrastructure, human capital development, and public participation in Kenya's dry lands and integrity and accountability, addressing the stereotypes and challenges faced by Northern Kenya and promoting transparency. Honorable Speaker, all delegates are expected to arrive at the summit venue on the 8th December 2024, where the Right Honorable Dr. Moses Wetangula, EGH, MP, will officially open the summit during a reception dinner that evening. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, will close the summit in the afternoon of 10th December 2024. Honorable Speaker, allow me to invite all the honorable members from the pastoral counties and other members to join us at this important gathering, where we will engage in critical discussions, strategize on overcoming financing bottlenecks, and chart a path for sustainable development in pastoralist regions. We look forward to your participation as we work together to advance the interests of the pastoralist communities across Kenya. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Bashir. Thank you, Bashir. I'll for sure be there with you. Yes, Russell? On the same issue?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we indeed are grateful that you have committed to come and open the PLS, fourth PLS in Wajir. I also want to thank the Clerk of the National Assembly. I think for the first time we have an active secretariat, clerks who are assigned to the pastoralist group. Mr. Speaker, although the pastoralist group is the major caucus in this House, I think it has not had serious traction in terms of articulating the issues affecting the pastoral people of this republic. And it is through the PLS that we are able to come together as a group to tell the world and to tell Kenyans what are the challenges and also what are the opportunities that are likely to be there in the pastoral areas. The issue of climate change, particularly in terms of drought, floods, are those issues that really affect the pastoralist group. Mr. Speaker, there are also our colleagues who have the means to be able to join us as a pastoralist in Wajir, and we welcome all of them. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Russell. Yes, yes, Honorable Sane.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The invite by Honorable Bashir, Major Bashir, to you and His Excellency the President, on behalf of the pastoralist community, is welcome. But as a frontier and a bigger swath of this nation, we'll be eager to listen to you in as far as development is concerned. That's an area that has suffered historical marginalization. And as you come...
Order, you are anticipating debate. You are out of order. Yes, Daoud. You can't welcome us on conditions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to join both the chairman and the patron of the Pastoralist Parliamentary Group in welcoming members of this August House to Wajir. I am doing so as a member of parliament who is going to host all of you when you come there. So I will be there, Mr. Speaker, to welcome you to my constituency, and I am looking forward to seeing you and all the members of this House. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yusuf. Give Yusuf the mic.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also join the rest to invite you and His Excellency the President to the Pastoralist Leadership Summit. Pastoral areas is about 70% of, over 70% of this country, and we are going to show cause a lot of opportunities which we shall look at in future. Thank you so much. Welcome, and I'm sure you will wish to go back again and again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next statement. Fatuma Zainab. I received a letter nominating Mayaka to make the request on her behalf.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to request for a statement regarding protection of underage children from exposure to illicit activities. Honorable Speaker.
Mayaka, say you wish on behalf of, that's not your statement.
Sorry.
You are a proxy.
Sorry.
Yes.
I apologize.
Go ahead now.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish on behalf of the Honorable Fatuma Zainabu to request for a statement regarding protection of underage children from exposure to illicit activities. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44.2c, I rise to request for a statement on behalf of Honorable Fatuma from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and National Security regarding protection of underage children from exposure to illicit activities. Honorable Speaker, children being the heritage of our nation ought to be protected from exposure to activities that may ruin their future. Indeed, Article 53 of the Constitution places a civic duty on all of us to, among others, protect children from abuse, neglect, harmful cultural practice, all forms of violence, inhuman treatment and punishment, and hazardous exploitative labor. Unfortunately, there have been incidences of unscrupulous entertainment facilities, such as bars and casinos, admitting children and exposing them to adult activities. Further, some children are either lured into non-hotel accommodation facilities, particularly those operated via online platforms, such as Airbnbs, or they reserve rooms in person disguised as adults and then indulge in illicit activities such as orgies, alcoholism, and drug abuse. Honorable Speaker, considering that children are on a long school holiday until January 2025, they face high vulnerability and susceptibility to indulge in illicit activities, which have far-reaching effects. Of concern is the likely rise in school dropout rates in January 2025, resulting from pregnancies, drug addiction, general deviance, and premature deaths from violent parties or femicides. This necessitates stricter enforcement of regulatory measures, restricting admission of children to entertainment joints, and accommodating facilities and surveillance on compliance. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that the Honorable Fatuma Zainab seeks a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and National Security on the following. Number one, the measures that the security agencies have put in place to ensure strict enforcement of laws and regulations on admission to the entertainment and accommodation facilities, including the action plan for impromptu spot checks to ensure compliance by owners. Number two, the measures put in place by privately owned online accommodation facilities operated through platforms like Airbnb to verify the age of guests and bar underage guests. And number three, the regular framework for owners of online accommodation facilities to ensure decency, and forestall illicit activities such as orgies, alcoholism, and drug abuse in their facilities. On behalf of Honorable Fatuma, I thank you.
Thank you, Irene Mayaka. Well done. Next, Timothy Toroitich. Timothy Toroitich is in the house. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to request for a statement regarding approval of increase in water tariffs by the Water Services Regulatory Board. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 442C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Blue Economy, Water and Irrigation regarding the recent approval of an increase in water tariffs by the Water Services Regulatory Board, WASREB, following a request by Eldoret Water Supply and Sanitation Company. Honorable Speaker, the Water Services Regulatory Board, WASREB, was established to protect the interests and rights of consumers in the provision of water services by, amongst others, evaluating, recommending, and approving water and sewerage tariffs to the county water service providers. However, on 4th of October 2024, Eldowas adjusted water and sewerage tariff via Gazette Notice number 12825 from Kenya shillings 35 to Kenya shillings 130, which translates to an increase of more than 300% per cubic meter approved by WASREB. The company justified the adjustment, citing the need to finance an additional 8 community water projects in the area and to provide infrastructure upgrade of critical components in Chabara Dam in Marakwet West constituency. And, Honorable Speaker, the adjustment of tariffs has caused anxiety among the residents and stands to negatively impact on the economic growth of the affected counties due to financial strains. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Blue Economy, Water and Irrigation on the following. 1. Report on the process leading to the approval by the Water Services Regulatory Board of tariff adjustments sought by Eldowas, including the criteria applied in authorizing the adjustments. Number 2, report on public participation undertaken prior to the tariff adjustment, including compliance with the judgment issued in the constitutional petition number 16 of 2019, Murang'a County Government versus Murang'a South Water and Sanitation Company Limited and another. Finally, measures being taken to review the tariff to mitigate the negative impact to the consumers. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
On the statement by Fatuma Tongoyo, it was directed at you and I didn't invite you to tell us when you'll be ready. Tomorrow is the last sitting day of this session. On resumption. Okay. Cases?
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to write on the statement that has been sought by Honorable Timothy Toroitich. And Mr. Speaker, the issues of water tariffs is becoming a great challenge to the consumers, especially within the urban centers. Notwithstanding the fact that most of the taps are running dry because of lack of sufficient water being supplied by the same companies, and quote-unquote, Eldowas for Eldoret for this purpose. Mr. Speaker, there is a biggest challenge that these water companies are going through, and they are never disclosing on their financial statements or deliberate measures they're going to do. The issue of non-revenue waters. Now, we are seeing the burden is being pushed to consumers. There is no water running in the taps. Rates are being raised absurdly, more than 350%, and they are not demonstrating measures to be undertaken either by the county governments who own these particular water companies to address the issue of non-revenue waters. Most of the lines that are serving are outdated lines, and therefore there are many waters that are being vagulated to the grounds on the way, but the burden is taken to the consumers, the same consumers who pay for nothing, because some of these waters, they only receive it twice in a week. But look at now, the burden again is going back to them. Somebody who was paying 1,000 is asked to pay 6,000, certainly. It is purely punitive, And Mr. Speaker, I would seek that the ministry concerned, through the WASREP, they need to implore on county governments and these water companies to commence a program on renewing their water lines and saving on non-revenue waters. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, Kipkaren Water Project, which started more than 6 years or 8 years ago, as told, ministry should commence ensuring that that project completes its work so that it offloads the burden of only relying on the new sources of Jebara and Algarini Dam and ensure water supply is sufficient in Eldoret and reduce the burden for the consumers. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
DK.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to contribute on the statement that has been raised by Honorable Timothy, MB for Marakwet West. It's very important we understand the dichotomy of Eldoret. All the 6 constituencies come to Eldoret town. So these are actually our constituents who will bear the brunt of unwarranted increase in the price of water. So it's very important that WASREP, which is in charge of approving the request from elders, do reconsider, because I doubt whether there was any public participation that was done. We have never been called to discuss on the issues of raising prices. We can see currently our people are complaining on the issue of power tariffs, which are high, on the issue of water tariffs, which are high. So any government official, before giving a nod to increase the prices, they need to be cognizant of the current economic situation so that we don't burden the wananchi with high cost in terms of tariffs, either whether it is power, whether it is water. So it is very important that this statement be taken seriously so that we can protect our constituents, we can protect the people of Eldoret town from being charged fees or rates that have not gone through public participation. That it is only that one of the authority, without consulting, just gives a nod to these overseers, elders that just wants to charge the constituents of Eldoret high water tariffs. Thank you.
Thank you, Bowen. When do you bring the statement on resumption after long recess? Give him the mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the issue of the tariffs, they raised by almost 350%. And Mr. Speaker, we need a very comprehensive answer from the WhatsApp. So I want to promise that after recess, the first week of when we resume, I'll bring the answers.
Thank you. Wamboka, member for Bumola.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of the House that I raised a question to Chairman Departmental Committee of Labor regarding the issues of KRA and the people who are employed irregularly. The chairman committed, Honorable Speaker, that he would give the statement before we go for the long recess. And I've looked through the order paper, I've not seen. Honorable Speaker, I request that I beg for you come in and ask the chairman so that we know what's happening.
Karemba, that's your committee? Next to you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to admit that the response to that statement has not yet been made available before my committee, and I will do a follow-up so that it is brought within the shortest time possible.
The shortest time possible is tomorrow. Can you give a report tomorrow?
Yes, I can give a report on the same tomorrow.
Thank you. Tomorrow afternoon. Osoro? All the Osoro. Yes, DK, what is it? Give DK.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. On the same breath, I had asked a statement to chair education on the issues that were going on in University of Nairobi. You had ordered vehemently that that statement be given on Tuesday. Yesterday I was here the whole day. I didn't hear about it, and today I can't trace the chair. Maybe we need to find out where that statement is. Thank you.
Didn't I see some news that the committee is investigating the matter or something? Anyway, if Meli comes, we'll ask him. If he doesn't, we revisit it tomorrow. You can raise it tomorrow morning. Osoro?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also want to bring to the attention of this House and perhaps deliberate on the incidences, or rather something that has happened within this week, Honorable Speaker, where the Ministry of Education has issued a directive of closure of 348 boarding primary schools, Honorable Speaker. And going through the report, Honorable Speaker, is that while we appreciate the government's effort to make sure that every boarding primary school is compliant, I think the statement, or rather the directive, may have come out of a panic reaction, Honorable Speaker. Because what the ministry did is that they went after the incident that happened in Nyeri, which was very unfortunate, Honorable Speaker. The ministry sent their officers in boarding schools for inspection to confirm compliance. And then they gave directive. Some were given 3 months to comply, others a month to comply, and even others 2 weeks. But, Honorable Speaker, what is more shocking is that the ministry officials did not go back after 3 months to confirm compliance by reinspection of such schools so that they can make a decision whether to close or not. Honorable Speaker, they decided to use the report of inspection that was done 3 months without reinspecting, Honorable Speaker, because there is one particular case in my constituency where, Honorable Speaker, I was appraised of an issue in a school called Metaburo Primary School, boarding school, a school that has really been in existence, Honorable Speaker, for several years. And when the officials of the school brought it to my attention on what they wanted done in the school for compliance, Honorable Speaker, we committed and invested in that school. They built a new dormitory. They did every structure that was required. But still, I saw the school on the list as having been closed because they have not inspected, Honorable Speaker. You know, looking at the education challenges, Honorable Speaker, that we are facing, the issues of CBC, the issues of grade 9, the issues of, people struggling with school fees, and then there is a holiday economic challenge. Parents are left confused on what to do when schools resume in January. You are telling them, you can now be a day scholar. One of the reasons why students go for boarding schools or to the boarding schools is because of distance and the choice of school. You cannot tell a parent who lives in Nairobi and has his kid in Nyeri boarding school that now you'll be going as a day scholar from Nyeri to Nairobi. There ought to have been a timeline, or more or less, for lack of a better word, moratorium of timeline, so that they can be able to comply gradually. We should not be making panic reactions when such incidences occur, Honorable Speaker. So I bring to the attention of this House so that you can deliberate and see what happens to the parents in January. And I think the chairman, I don't know whether he's here, he should actually guide us and tell us what exactly should be done, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
I should be asking you, where is the chairman? You are the whip. Yes, Farah.
Mr. Speaker, I agree entirely with what the whip, Osoro, has said. As a matter of fact, in my constituency, they do not go to do any evaluation for one reason or the other. Maybe they use security as a reason. But they instructed the local officers, their education officers, to do it, which they did very well. Only to see now that those schools cannot be boarding schools anymore. And the whole idea of having a boarding school in a pastoral nomadic society is so that the pastoralists who move around with their animals can have their children in a boarding school so that they can access education. Mr. Speaker, in a whole, what do you call, sub-county in my case, a sub-county, a whole sub-county, with 2 wards. The only 3 boarding schools we had to serve the pastoralist nomadic society in there, they have closed them now. And we don't even know where they got the information from, because the local administration, education administration did send in there and say that these schools are compliant. The schools are compliant. So where they got this information from, nobody knows. And in any case, if you close a school in Liboi or in the Majale or in a place called Kulan, and when the parents are out there with their cows and camels, and one of them has got over 400 students. Mr. Speaker, it's a pity that the chairman of education is not here, but that is not good. That is literally an educational catastrophe to render more than 1,000 young men and women to have no opportunity to go ahead with their education because of one reason or the other. I mean, this is a very glaring thing. We put up those boarding schools so that these students can access them. So this has got to be reversed. How they're going to reverse it, I don't know. But at least in the case of those nomadic pastoralist communities where they did not even go, and the ones that you have complied with, like Osoro is talking about his own school, they must reverse it immediately and restate them as boarding schools, because that is the only way our children can access education.
Ngong Johanna Ngeno. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Much as we might have issues, Mr. Speaker, with most of the departments in the Ministry of Education who are doing these assessments, Mr. Speaker, I think also it is time they put serious attention to not only even the schools that have issues or boarding schools that may have some particular issues which can lead to problems to the students and the people who are studying there, but they must also consider seriously matters of schools. I mean, because, Mr. Speaker, there was a time when these people would create ways of approving schools to be registered based on kilometers, number of kilometers, or number of... I think, Mr. Speaker, there has to be a very good standard of doing assessment so that we do not close schools which may be because of the substandard dormitories or substandard classrooms, and yet, Mr. Speaker, the needs of the people who are in that particular area need schools, need classrooms, need dormitories. So, Mr. Speaker, I think the Ministry of Education must have a very serious assessment body. I know they normally have what we call the CASO or something of that sort, Mr. Speaker, and I think that body has to be renewed so that it can be looking at very serious matters that make education very good. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Ole Sunguli. Or who is that? Not Ole Sunguli? No, it's not you, Sunguli. It is Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this outcry is real, and more so for public schools. And I think what is very critical was the timing. I think the timing was wrong, Honorable Speaker, because most of these public schools are being supported by NGCDF. And even when we look at the budgeting cycle, there is no way 3 months ago and today anybody would have factored that expenditure into the budget. So how I wish that this could be suspended up to the next budget cycle, Honorable Speaker, and most of public schools. Why am I saying this, Honorable Speaker? I have one school in my constituency which has been affected. And the challenge is the school has already pupils in class, and now they are being told that January they can't report. And I think it's Honorable Farah who has said some of them have to travel a long distance to reach the schools. So I think it is really, we want to appeal to the ministry to suspend this decision for some time so that we can even factor the expenditure into the budgets so that we improve the situation. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, on the same issue, something else, then hold your horses. Rindikiri, on the same issue, go ahead.
To thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this issue of standards among our education institution more so on the boarding primary and secondary schools, Mr. Speaker. One of the problems that I have come across is lack of clear, uniform standard of qualifying on the basic or the minimum requirement that the ministry was looking for to allow operating a boarding school. Mr. Speaker, first, I have been waiting for the quality assurance officers to come and do evaluation on all boarding schools in my constituency body. Up to now, Mr. Speaker, they haven't come. One reason as to why these people haven't come, Mr. Speaker, is because they have not been facilitated by the ministry to do so. Meaning, therefore, Mr. Speaker, the directive that was given to evaluate all the schools is not going to be done. One, because there's no uniformity. Two, they lack mobility power. There's no transportation given for these officers. So, Mr. Speaker, in as much as we are saying we are giving directives, I don't see the implementation of the same because of those reasons. Number two, lack of proper qualified personnel, Mr. Speaker. In many constituencies, we lack quality assurance officers, Mr. Speaker. They are using ministry officials from the Ministry of Health, meaning there is a deficiency of the people who are qualified to give what they mean by standards that they need to implement. So I thank you, Mr. Speaker, but sometimes the government issues a directive which will not be implemented anyway because they are not facilitating these people to move.
Thank you. Majority Leader, that issue raised by your whip is very important. Advise the Chair Education that tomorrow afternoon he should bring a statement to assure the country, one, the cogent reasons for closing such many schools, and what measures are they putting in place to mitigate the inconvenience loss that may be suffered by both the schools, the parents, and the students. So tomorrow afternoon, inform Melly to give us even a preliminary statement to assure the parents and teachers and the country on the issue. Next order. Shimba, hold on. Changamwe, member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to plead with this House, Mr. Speaker, especially the chairman of Labour who has just left, if perhaps you could be recalled, because sometimes in February, I raised the matter of the EPZ, that is Ashton and Mombasa Apparel. These two companies had actually changed names, Mr. Speaker, and they wanted to have the workers to remain in the company and, of course, to forgo all the years that they have actually worked. I thank God, through the intervention of this House, Mr. Speaker, we managed to have the employer pay them their dues. However, because this matter was actually made possible by the union, the employer started...
Honorable Shimba.
Yes, please.
You requested for a statement.
Yes, please. I did request for a statement.
And it's supposed to be responded to?
To be by the Labour chairman.
So don't repeat what you asked in the statement. I'll direct that the chair Labour gives you a response tomorrow morning.
Mr. Chairman.
Because what you are saying is what you already said.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members, allow me to recognize staff from Parliamentary Relations and Protocol Department of the Parliament of Ghana, which is in the Speaker's gallery. There are 6 members of staff from the Parliamentary Relations and Protocol Department of the Parliament of Ghana. I join the House in welcoming them to the Parliament of Kenya. The second is staff from the Parliament of Namibia. I wish to introduce to you 6 staff from the Parliament of Namibia seated in the Speaker's Gallery. On my behalf and on your behalf, I welcome them to our distinguished Parliament. Next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion. Exemption of business from the provisions of Standing Order 141-2.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move that, noting that this House will be noting that this House will be proceeding for a long recess from Friday, 6th December 2024 to Monday, 10th of February 2025 in accordance with its calendar, and taking cognizance of the implications of the provisions of Standing Orders 141-2 on specified bills pending at the second reading stage of consideration in the House. Now, therefore, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 256, exemption of business from the Standing Orders, this House resolves to exempt the following bills from the provisions of Standing Orders 141-2, lapse and introduction of bills during the period of the 3rd and 4th sessions. 1, the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2022. 2, the Fisheries Management and Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 29 of 2023. 3, the Meteorology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 37 of 2023. 4, the Universities Amendment Bill of 2023, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2023. 5, the Preservation of Public Security Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2023. 6, the Appellate Jurisdiction Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2023. 7, the Penal Code Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 55 of 2023. 8, the Legal Aid Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 53 of 2023. 9, the Prisons Amendment, National Assembly Bill number 54 of 2023. 10, the Mining Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 51 of 2023. 11, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 19 of 2023. 12, the Kenya Roads Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2023. 13, the National Transport and Safety Authority Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2023. 14, the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 40 of 2023. 15, the Gold Processing Bill, National Assembly Bill number 46 of 2023. 16, the Basic Education Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 59 of 2023. 17, the Employment Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 62 of 2023. 18, the Universities Amendment number 3 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 64 of 2023. And lastly, 19, the Institute of Social Work Professionals Bill, National Assembly Bill number 17 of 2023. Honorable Speaker, as I mentioned, this is a procedural motion to exempt all the 19 bills from lapsing at the end of this session. And as members will notice, many of these bills that are sponsored by private members, including the bill sponsored by the Honorable Shinali, the member for Ikolomani in Kakamega County on gold processing. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move and request the sponsor of that gold processing bill, which is among the bills being saved from lapsing, to second the motion in agreement. I beg to move and request Honorable Shinali to second.
Honorable Shinali.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance. Thank you, Majority Leader, for moving that motion to give life to bills, Mr. Speaker, which members have taken time to research and come up with bills, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I particularly talk about gold processing bill, Mr. Speaker,
it is not time to debate your bill. Just second the motion
okay, Mr.
to
Speaker,
save the bill from lapsing.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand here to second the Majority Leader for moving the motion.
Thank you. Order, honorable member for Naivasha, take the nearest seat. Thank you. Honorable members, order. Order. Honorable members, I now propose the question on the exemption of business from the provisions of Standing Order 141 to at order number 8, which is that noting that this House will be proceeding for a long recess from Friday 6th December 2024 to Monday 10th February 2025, in accordance with its calendar, taking cognizance of the implications of the provision of Standing Order 141-2 on specified bills pending at the second reading stage of consideration in the House. Now, therefore, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 256, exemption of business from the standing orders, this House resolves to exempt the following bills from the provisions of Standing Order 141-2, lapse and reintroduction of bills, during the period of the third and the fourth sessions. 1, the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2022. 2, the Fisheries Management and Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 29 of 2023. 3, the Meteorology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 37 of 2023. 4, the Universities Amendment Bill, 2023, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2023. 5, the Preservation of Public Security Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2023. 6, the Appellate Jurisdiction Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2023. 7, the Penal Code Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 55 of 2023. 8, the Legal Aid Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 53 of 2023. 9, the Prisons Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 54 of 2023. 10, the Mining Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 51 of 2023. 11, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 19 of 2023. 12, the Kenya Roads Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2023. 13, order. 13, the National Transport and Safety Authority Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2023. 14, the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 40 of 2023. 15, the Gold Processing Bill, National Assembly Bill number 46 of 2023. 16, the Basic Education Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 59 of 2023. 17, the Employment Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 62 of 2023. 18, the Universities Amendment number 3 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 64 of 2023. And 19, the Institute of Social Work Professionals Bill, National Assembly Bill number 17 of 2023. We put the question. Honorable members, I now put the question. Order, Honorable Kajwang. At order number 8, that noting that this House will be proceeding for a long recess from Friday, 6th December 2024 to Monday, 10th February 2025, in accordance with its calendar, taking cognizance of the implications of the provision of Standing Order 141-2 on specified bills pending at the second reading stage of consideration in the House. Now, therefore, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 256, exemption of business from the standing orders, this House resolves to exempt the following bills from the provision of Standing Order 141-2, lapse and reintroduction of bills during the period of the third and the fourth sessions. 1, Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2022. 2, the Fisheries Amendment, Management and Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 29 of 2023. 3, the Metrology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 37 of 2023. 4, the Universities Amendment Bill, 2023, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2023. 5, the Preservation of Public Security Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2023. 6, the Appellate Jurisdiction Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2023. 7, the Penal Code Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 55 of 2023. 8, the Legal Aid Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 53 of 2023. 9, the Prisons Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 54 of 2023. 10, the Mining Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 51 of 2023. 11, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 19 of 2023. 12, the Kenya Roads Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2023. 13, the National Transport and Safety Authority Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2023. 14, the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Amendment number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 40 of 2023. 15, the Gold Processing Bill, National Assembly Bill number 46 of 2023. 16, the Basic Education Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 59 of 2023. 17, the Employment Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 62 of 2023. 18, the Universities Amendment number 3 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 64 of 2023. And 19, the Institute of Social Work Professionals Bill, National Assembly Bill number 17 of 2023. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Yes, Honorable Wangwe. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I must appreciate the Majority Leader for having considered Standing Order 141 in extension of the bills. My concern, Honorable Speaker, is Standing Order 141 is silent on the reports. Particularly myself being the chairperson of PIC, I have 3 reports on the floor. May I maybe get some clarification on what happens to my reports once the House adjourns? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Wangwe, that's a legitimate concern. The motions that you gave notice to on the floor of the House will lapse. The reports remain alive. So what you will do in the next session is you'll be given an opportunity to give notice of fresh motions on the same reports, which will then be considered. And honorable members, on that note, order, I know that we have not done exemplarily well with members' bills, private members' bills, for the reason that many of you who have bills don't turn up to prosecute your bills. So the fault lies squarely with us members. If you have a bill that has not been prosecuted, and we are ending the session tomorrow, and is not among the 19, Otajeho, order. When a communication is being made to the House, you listen. If you have a bill, honorable members, that stands the risk of lapsing and is not among the 19 that have been identified and brought for exemption by the Majority Leader, check with the table office and the clerk's office so that we can save your bill in a communication and a motion that the majority leader may be obligated to bring tomorrow, so that when we resume, you don't go through the process again of seeking the Speaker's approval, then coming for first reading, then going to House business before your bill finds its feet on the floor. So those with bills, do so. Those with motions, you take the cue from the advice I've given to the Honorable Wangwe. Thank you. Next. Yes, Carol Omondi.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I think I brought up this issue a few weeks ago. I think the delay is more in the processing. I have 3 bills. They have to go through budget committee. Then they have to proceed to the departmental committees, and it's taking forever. Did I get the opportunity to appear 2 weeks ago before the budget committee, and then they are on one bill, and they've been there for what, 3-4 months? I think that there's more issues at the back end of the office than when we publish the bills. That's where we really need help. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
And going forward, Carol, when you realize your bill is being delayed inordinately, write to Mr. Speaker so that we can be able to track the bill and make the committees to fast-track the processing. I know that they're obligated to process the bills anyway, but where there is a delay that is unreasonable, then my office will assist any member whose bill is suffering such delay. Owen Bayer. Give Owen Bayer the mic.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for raising, and Carol Omondi for raising that. Honorable Speaker, I think you need to use your powers under Standing Order 1 to actually veto the bill, whether this must go to budget. There are certain bills that we do, and it takes really time, but it takes you 6 months before it is tabled at the budget, and yet it doesn't have any implication on budget, even at face value. And I think we need to change that, because budget actually delays. I've had 3 of my bills lapse because I have to queue at budget, and budget are busy because during the budgeting period, they're very busy. They will not be able to process bills. But I think you need to look at your office and the officers we have to determine at that level whether this bill must go to budget or it doesn't have any budgetary implications until otherwise discovered probably in the process, so that we can fast-track bills. I have suffered, Honorable Speaker. I take time. You've seen very many of my communication on bills, but none of them makes it to the floor of the House just because the budget has not sat. They are too busy. And if you look at the queue, Honorable Speaker, they take 3 months to give you a report. 3 months to give you a report on an amendment of 4 or 5 lines. Honorable Speaker, I think you can determine that without having to take everything to budget. I think.
Yes, Honorable Emase, he is not talking of the budget committee, he's talking of the budget office. I'm sure you are jumping up to defend the budget committee. It is not the budget committee he's referring to. Yeah, DK. I believe, Owen, you are talking of the budget office. Yes. DK. Give DK the mic.
This mic, okay. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is a bit unique. I had an amendment on the CDF Act, and I appeared through the Budget Committee. I was advised that the matter was sub judice as a result of the ruling from the court. But given that we were given that grace period of 2 years to, for the CDF to still continue and still determining what to do, I wanted your ruling on this lacuna, on actually what happened to that amendment. Should it be paused for 2 years, or should we proceed to amend?
There is no lacuna, DK. The act was declared unconstitutional, but there's a saving grace of 2 years while it's in purgatory. Right? Ichungo and his team, and we're already working on it, the team of our legal caucus in the House, co-chaired by Honorable Chepkonga and Otienda Molo, with Osoro and group in the team, Kaluma, all the lawyers, are already working on a constitutional amendment and a possible redrafting of the bill. There is also an appeal preferred against the judgment of the court, but we don't have a stay to validate the annulled act. As it stands, the act was declared unconstitutional. The saving grace is only when the judgment will become effective. So you can't amend a non-existent act. So your bill collapses on that ground alone. Yes, Ondo?
Speaker, thank you for the guidance and also thank you, Majority Leader. Honorable Speaker, I know it could be provided for in some part of the standing order, but probably just to put the records right. There are a number of bills we have managed to process up to the question being put after the second reading. I suppose they are not affected by that particular standing order. And secondly, Honorable Speaker, on the issue Honorable Baya has raised, probably needs to put it also in context. Bills also delay so much in the Budget and Appropriation Committee. That's the fact of the matter, Honorable Speaker. As I stand here, I have a bill that was referred to the committee probably around May, and up to now, I've never been invited to be listened to so that I can prosecute my bill so that I can move to the next stage. So those are now challenges the House must address when we return in February to become more effective and efficient so that we don't demoralize members in undertaking research and submitting bills. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. What I'll do, Honorable Undo, and those with your situation, from next session, I'll give clear direction on how long a bill should stay in any committee, so that the committees can be obligated to finish up with bills. There are some committees that are very efficient. Bills don't last there for more than 2-3 weeks. There are others that keep bills for up to a year. So I'll give general direction so that the Majority Leader and his team can be able to help police the committees to do their work quickly and efficiently. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 9, motion. Report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of Senate amendments to the Statutory Instrument Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2023. Question to be put.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seats. DK, take your seat. These days you are very mobile in the House. Honorable members, I will now put the question at order number 10. At order number 9, sorry. Which is that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of Senate amendments, the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2023. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, motion. Report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Tax Procedures Amendment, number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 46 of 2024. Question to be put in third reading.
Order, members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable members, I now put the question at order number 10, which that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the whole House on its consideration of the Tax Procedures Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 46 of 2024. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Tax Procedures Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 46 of 2024, be now read a third time, and I request the Honorable Ngelechei to second.
Ngelechei, give her the mic. There you are. Is a mic on your right?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I second.
Thank you. Take your seat, Honorable Member. Honorable members, I now propose the question that the Tax Procedures Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 46 of 2024, be now read a third time. I pose the question, and I ascertain, honorable members, that we have quorum to cast this vote. I now put the question that the Tax Procedures Amendment Number 2 Bill, National Assembly Bill Number 46 of 2024, be now read a third time. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Tax Procedures Act and for connected purposes.
Next order.
Order number 11, Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable members, will you be upstanding? Who is chairing? You?
Honorable members, please take your seats. Take your seats. We are in a committee of the whole House. We are considering two bills. Honorable members, we are considering Bill number 11, or rather the House Business number 11, order number 11. The Business Laws Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2024. Clause 2. There's no amendments here. I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye. Aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clause 3. I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. The Leader of the Majority has an amendment on Clause 3. Proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move that Clause 3 be amended as stipulated on the order paper. And the import of this amendment, Honorable Speaker, is to amend the core capital required for banks, mortgage finance companies, and mortgage finance companies, so that by 31st of December 2024, all of them should be within the threshold of £1 billion shillings, and which all are. Then by 31st of December 2026, they should have attained the core capital requirement of 5 billion shillings, and by 31st of December 2028 to attain the core capital threshold of 10 billion shillings. Honorable Speaker, this is just amending from what was there in the bill. The bill required that the banks should attain the core capital of 10 billion shillings by 31st of December 2027, which is just about 3 years, in 3 years' time. We are now extending that 10 billion shillings to 4 years, up from 3 years. And the bill had also required them to attain 6 billion in 2 years, and we have brought that down to 5 billion in 2 years. I beg to move.
Honorable members, I propose a question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed. Yes? The Honorable Carolio Mondi.
We don't share that view. So may we be heard?
Yes, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, banks generally are not supposed to be uniform. By insisting on a uniform core capital base for all the banks, we are actually trying to interfere with how the market should work. Different banks serve different segments of the society. There could be a bank, if you go to South Africa, a bank that is dealing strictly with farmers on farm inputs. Why does it need the same capital base as Nedbank that deals with transnational investments? I think it is wrong. The central bank we should have different tiers of banks at different capitalization levels, dealing with different segments of society. If we insist that banks must have uniform capital, what in effect we will be doing is to create higher entry barriers for new business people who may wish to start banks, and also to create a small exclusive club of first-tier banks that may not necessarily be responsive to the needs of the rest of the market. And to make matters worse, the core capital is not the money that the banks use for their core business. Banking is based on leveraging of the core capital. It is based on insurance schemes. It is based on deposits. So to assume that the higher the capital base, the safer the bank will be, history does not tell us that. Lehman's Brothers collapsed.
What's your point of order, Honorable Majority Leader?
Chair, just to guide the member that we are in committee, we are not in second reading, but also he's misinforming the House. And he knows that even now, the core capital requirement for banks is standard. The Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 has nothing to do with core capital, and the Honorable Carolio Mondi surely does know that. And it's also true that banks are stratified. That is why the law today allows you to have microfinance banks that are a lower category than the normal commercial banks. But also, my point of order was that he was now debating. We were past debate yesterday when debated.
Yes, the Honorable, yes? Order, Karoli have not finished. Can you proceed, Karoli?
I have not finished. Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. You see, we need to really understand why we are doing these kind of things. If you begin to categorize financial institutions as micro and the rest, you are basically excluding certain segments of society, because that categorization limits the quality and the extension of services that they can offer people. There is nothing wrong having a bank of 1 billion core capital, another one of 20 billion core capital, depending on the business they are doing. There's nothing wrong. But to insist that they all must have a uniform core capital is wrong. And if you remember, the banks that have collapsed in this country, Chase Bank, Imperial Bank, Even the big ones, Barings Bank, Lehman Brothers, they did not collapse because they had low core capital. They collapsed because of mismanagement. So this is not what we should be doing if we are talking about financial inclusion. We should allow new people to come up with new banks with low capital and banks that can be responsive to the needs of the market. Thank you.
You made your point, MP for Kenango.
Thank you, Chair.
I will give you, Chair, don't worry, I'll give you an opportunity.
Chair, as much as we would wish to support this amendment,
yes,
I think that the time frame that has been cited is too short. You know, growing from a core capital of 1 billion to 10 billion within a span of 4 years is really unreasonable. We are going to kill the little kids in the block, the little banks that are coming up. And indeed, I have some, just like the Honorable Karori has just said, talk of farmers' banks, whose core capital is just $1 billion. Within 4 years, it will be too ambitious to bring them to speed at the level of 10 billion. I oppose this amendment.
The Honorable Dawood.
Chair, I support this amendment. Chair, it does not make any sense having small banks. We need to consolidate the banking industry in this country. And if any bank which feels it cannot, it can go the route of microfinance, Chair. So there is no reason. So I support this amendment, Chair.
The Honorable Kaguchia.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Kimani, you'll have your moment.
I know for sure we had already looked at the second reading of this bill. But, Chair, the reason why we should also be going through these amendments and making our points is also so that it can either sail through or fail at this point. Honorable Speaker, Chair, we are not doing this just for the purposes of doing it. For sure, this is something that most of us are actually opposed to, because if you look at the time duration in which we are giving these banks to be able to raise their core capital is, number one, too short. Number two, the core capital that we are requiring that we raise to is so high, Honorable Chair, and this, in fact, is going to exit most of the smaller banks from the country or force them to either merge, consolidate, or even force the foreigners to come and buy local banks, Honorable Chair. And so that is why I'm totally opposed to this amendment at this stage.
The Honorable Oundo, be very brief. You know, this is the third minute.
Chair, I just wanted your guidance. There are very many amendments on that particular clause. Probably I also have an amendment I would wish to prosecute.
We will go one by one. We will deal with this, and we have a number of amendments, and we'll deal with them one at a time.
Okay, fine, that's understood.
Okay, the Honorable Malio, the Honorable Member of Parliament there, yes. Kitui Rural, proceed.
Chair, I totally oppose this amendment. As a member of Finance Committee, we made the stakeholders, six banks cannot raise this amount of money within 4 years. That means these banks are going to collapse. We are going to have financial shocks in the country, and we are going to lose employment.
Do you wish to be informed by the majority leader?
As a committee, we have proposed 7 years. Thank you very much.
Do you wish to be informed by, the Honorable Chair Finance? Let me give you this opportunity, Chair Finance. Chair Finance, proceed.
Honorable Chair, I would like to inform this House on a few things. One, we have 24 commercial banks in Kenya. Out of these 24 banks, there are 18 of them already. Their core capital is around 6 billion shillings. We have only 6 banks that are between 3 billion and 5 billion, and that is a fact. And therefore, the amendment, the Committee of Finance had proposed to have within 8 years. But the leader majority, majority is bringing an amendment to reduce that to within 4 years. And if you look at now the time that is given, I think it's a reasonable ask, but the House should make a decision on this matter. On the question of tiers of banks, it is a discussion we had with
What is, as a chair of the committee, what is your position? Yes, what's your point of order, Honorable Media Odhiambo? She's on a point of order, so let's wait. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I'm requesting the Chairman of Finance to be seated.
Chairman of Finance and Majority Leader, please be seated.
Because it's on the floor, so the rules require that he sits. The Majority Leader can stand because it's not on the floor.
Proceed. What's your point of order? Okay, you got your point of order.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, my concern is that, and perhaps that is the reason that you see the Finance Chair and the Majority Leader are conversing. Chair, if a committee has done a report and brought before the House, and the Majority Leader has a different proposed amendment or opinion, Chair, that is something that is left to the House. The Chair of Finance has no business trying to persuade us to then follow the Majority Leader, unless I didn't hear him right, or unless he's departing from his own committees, which is not also allowed by rules. He has to persuade his own committee.
Order, Honorable Millie. Chair of Finance was categorical. He said, given the number of banks that have got that threshold now, they did not accept. I mean, they are not in line. Am I right? You are not in support of exactly what the Majority Leader is trying to do as an amendment.
For the record, the Committee of Finance and National Planning, in our report, we had recommended that we give them 8 years.
Okay.
And that is in our report. That
Fair enough. You are bound by the collective.
Majority, like any other member, is allowed to bring an amendment to the floor of the House. And then now the decision is what this House will pronounce.
Absolutely. No, you've done it. Makilap. I will just take two more and then I'll put a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Can I be given audience?
But the chair is also able
Mr.
to see the... Yes.
After I'm a member of Finance and
Committee.
Planning.
Yes.
After receiving views from Kenyans through public participation.
Yes.
After examining the situation in our country.
Yes.
And after even looking at, even if banks were to merge, the merger process takes about 3 years.
Yes.
Even if they were to reorganize their capital, they will take more time. That is why the committee felt that, after listening to Kenyans, felt that, honestly, these Kenyans require time to meet the demand, and that's why we have agreed 8 years as a committee of the National Assembly of Finance and National Planning.
The Honorable Ngusia, you had something to say?
Chair, I just share the same sentiments my colleague has expressed, and I think we need enough time for the
I think you've already done sufficient ventilation. Just to be on the gender balance, yes, and the Honorable Emase.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I do not agree with that amendment.
Fair enough.
It is not in the interest of this House to kill businesses and to
It's you
destroy
to decide
the few existing jobs, Honorable Speaker.
Okay.
If it has to be brought, then they must be given sufficient time to raise the required capital.
Okay, honorable members, I think we've... Makali Mulu, this has had sufficient ventilation. Let me put the question so that you decide. Okay, you're the last one. Proceed.
Okay, Honorable Speaker.
Are you a member of the Finance Committee?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm in budget, but this is my area.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm just saying, Honorable Speaker, the committee had the benefit of doing public participation. I'll request my majority leader, Ichungwa, that we go by the committee proposal so that we save this country. Thank you.
Question? I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. As many as not appear and say aye. As many of control appear and say nay. The ayes have it. Chair, proceed.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 3 be amended as per the order paper, that the bill be amended by deleting clause 3 and substituting thereof with the following new clause.
Order, honorable member, listen to the finance chair who is moving an amendment and listen to the substance of the amendment.
I beg to move, Honorable Chair, that clause 3 be amended by deleting clause 3 and substituting therefore the following new clause. The second schedule to the Banking Act is amended by deleting paragraph D and substituting therefore the following new paragraph. D, a core capital of at least 10 billion shillings in the case of a bank or a mortgage finance company, provided that the provisions of the paragraph shall apply in accordance with the following table. Compliance date for core capital requirement of 1 billion, 31st of December 2024, 3 billion shillings for 31st December 2025, 4 billion shillings 31st of
Mboni,
December 2026.
can you listen?
5 billion shillings 31st of December 2027, 6 billion shillings 31st of December 2028, 7 billion shillings December 31st, 2029, 8 billion shillings 31st December 2030, 9 billion shillings 31st of December 2031, and 10 billion shillings December 31st, 2032. And by deleting paragraph E, accepting therefore the following new paragraph, that a core capital of at least 2 billion shillings in the case of a financial institution. And now the following schedule for minimum core capital at the compliance date, December 31st, 1999, 150 million shillings. 31st December 2000, 187.50 million shillings. 31st December 2001, 225. 31st December 202, 262.5. December 31st, 203, 300. December 31, 204, 337.5. December 31st, 2005, 375. So this amendment, Honorable Chair, is what the committee had decided to increase gradually within the eight years. And that I beg to move, Honorable Chair.
Order, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the finance chair, Kimani. Okay. Honorable Ichungwa.
Honorable Chair, I wanted to seek your indulgence to give us a few minutes to consult with the chair and members of the Finance Committee on that particular clause, because there is a risk of going back to the 3 years that is in the bill. And I would really seek your indulgence that we do consult so that the chair does move his amendment in an amended form. Otherwise, we will go back to the 3 years that is in the bill. 3 years, not instead of 8 years, you go back to the 3 years in the bill. So we consult and he moves his amendment in an amended form. Or we stick to the 3 years that as was proposed in the bill. Just give us a few minutes.
Order. Honorable Majority Leader. Order, honorable members. Yes. The finance chair is seeking an amendment. And that amendment is in the order paper. So the presumption is that every member has internalized this and basically has taken a position on it. So where do you have, what kind of a consultation? There's no additional new information that has come in. This is an amendment that was already there in the order paper, and all members must have read the amendments. And if anybody wants to put some light on it, has a position, then proceed. The amendment, you have amended as per the order paper. You're seeking an amendment as per the order paper. Order, honorable members. Honorable Kimani. Chair. Your amendment is nothing fresh. It's in conformity with what you have in the order paper. Am I right? Yeah. No, clause 3. We have not put in the question for clause 3. You amended clause 3 yourself. Yeah. Give me that. I give you 5 minutes as a finance committee and the majority leader to consult on this, because you're trying to reach a kind of a middle ground on that. So, order. Is there any other member who wants to contribute? Yes, proceed. Who's the member? Eh? Well, look, are you still raising your hand, or you have decided? Okay. Huh? Yes, Honorable Kenan.
Mr. Speaker, I'm a member of the committee.
Proceed. I'm hearing you.
I am a member of the committee and I want to talk to my colleagues direct. We are already reeling from the effects of the Gen Z activities. We need to allow the small businesses, including the banks, to recoup and put themselves in a manner that they can grow. I want to beseech you.
Honorable
4 years is such a short time. Tomorrow there will be a crisis. Many of them will close their doors.
Yes, MP for Kichogo.
What has been...
So proceed, on McKinnon. Honorable Kimani, you better listen to your colleagues in the Finance Committee.
You have reached a consensus.
But then, what? Proceed with your...
Okay, I was saying, I'm told now the chair and the ML and other groups have agreed. But what I wanted to persuade you is, we are in this country, we understand the business climate. Let us not cause another crisis. The timeline given by the committee members was informed by the critical public participation. We have had the public. We need to hear the public. We need to resonate our thinking with what the people on the ground are saying. Let us go by the recommendation of the committee. It makes sense. It will allow a gradual change from what was there. Okay. What I'm trying to say is this. Okay, what I'm trying to, I'm told, what I'm trying to say is this. We have gone round, we have had the views of the Kenyan public. It's just a few months ago that we have had challenges. I want to beseech you, let us protect the small, struggling businesses everywhere in Kenya. Because our work is to provide a conducive legislation so that banks can grow, small businesses can grow. But whatever the chairman and the ML and other members have agreed, I am told is halfway. That might be conducive, but I want to urge you, make a prudent decision in this. This is critical.
Okay, Boyen, yes.
Mr. Speaker, this amendment...
Your agreement has got to be carried by the plenary of the House.
Yes,
proceed.
Honorable Chair, that this amendment is very important. And very important in two senses, Mr. Speaker.
Order, honorable members, order. Yes, proceed.
Number one, Honorable Speaker, we want to build our financial sector or the banking sector to be a very strong sector in terms of employing our people. And also, number two, to make sure that we have access to credits, Mr. Speaker. So number two, Mr. Speaker, we don't want to also, again, to entertain those banks, the banks, Mr. Speaker, which are not able to sustain competition and to sustain business in the market. And we have seen many of them collapsing because of issues liquidity. Mr. Speaker, I would want to ask the committee to agree and strike a balance so that we don't legislate, to kill businesses. At the same time, we don't legislate to have institutions which are not functional.
MP for Gishogo. Nice. Yes. MP for Gishogo.
Chair, had I not been caught up by time, I would have proposed an amendment to delete the entire clause. Because we should leave business to thrive at their own pace and ability. And those kind of issues that have been raised that people can merge. People come into business with their own principles of operating. But now, because I'm a bit late on this amendment, then I would propose that we go by 8 years or even 10 years so that businesses can grow. We need, as long as they are regulated, they can have as low core capital as possible.
Okay. Muriu. Wait, you'll move that amendment.
Thank you, Chair. I think we are dealing with an issue here, Mr. Speaker, where we are trying to regulate businesses. And therefore, we need to be very careful. As a government, are we pro-business or anti-business? Now, if you are pro-business, then what we need to do, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, is to do away with this clause. Let the business grow organically. Remember, already these banks you're talking about, it is the employees who are paying the chief, the SHA, the NSSF, and the housing. And to be very honest, Mr. Speaker, they are even forced to increase the salaries for their staff. Therefore, we are increasing the problem over the problem. Mr. Speaker, my opposition is that this clause needs to be deleted altogether. Thank you.
Yeah, the Honorable Alice Nganga. Alice Nganga. Yes, what's your point of order?
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
I'll give you a moment. Yeah, proceed, Alice, and then Kajuan can come after. Give the mic to Alice. Alice Nganga.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, just like life, there are people who are ahead, there are others who are behind. But within time, even the ones who are behind usually catch up with the ones who are ahead. Let us give our businesses in this nation a conducive environment to thrive. Let us give our banks a time to thrive. Today, I might not be the reading bank, but next year, I might be the one who is reading. So let us give them enough time, rather than saying this one have to merge with this other one. No, let other businesses outside here have their time, and also to sell their product. I might not be selling very well this year, but I might be selling very well next year.
Okay. Yeah, Honorable Kajwang. There are three ways you have to look at this thing.
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
Let us be sober on this matter. First of all, Chair of Finance, you need to lead us properly. You need to let us know if we are kind of freezing, giving a holiday, tax holiday for 10 years. No. This is very important to understand this so that we know whether to support you or not to support you. Are you saying that the period is frozen for 10 years? Within that period, there will be no growth. That is number one. But as I understand it, these things are progressively done every other 3 to 4 years. And every year, we have a finance bill coming. And in that finance bill coming, National Assembly will always revise as it is necessary. So there are two things. If we fear that the problem will be that we will not extend as it will come in the financial bill, then you need to work out an amendment between you and the majority leader to give us 3 or 4 years renewable by the House when we come on financial. But it makes no sense to me that you can freeze for 10 years. 10 years, a tax holiday. I mean, it's not a tax holiday, a capitation. You cannot freeze for 10 years.
What's the point?
It does not make sense.
Do you wish to be informed? Yeah. Do you wish to be informed by Honorable Kimani? Proceed.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Chair and then leader.
Honorable Chair, I think the MP for Ruaraka is not well appraised of this matter.
I can see this. He has not internalized very well.
The point in question is not a tax problem. It is the core capital.
It is the core capital growth
for the financial institutions.
Yes.
However, Honorable Chair, so that we make progress, Honorable Chair, we have consulted with the members of my committee, and we have consulted with the majority leader, and now I'm moving an amendment in an amended form so that we can get a compromise where the banks will have time to comply with the core capital, and again, not so long that there are risks of also those banks collapsing with people's deposits. In any case, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, as I explained, most of the banks are already compliant. So already 18 of these banks are above 6 billion shillings core capital already. Only 6 are between 5 and 3 billion. And therefore, if we get a compromise of instead of 10 years, or instead of what is proposed in the bill within 3 years, we say like 5 years, then that is a reasonable time for these banks to comply.
Can I have Majority Leader, you wish to? And then Benjamin Lagat.
Just a point of information I was giving the member for Oraka.
But he's not on the floor anymore.
Well, as a point of information to the House, because since he had conceded, and also to set the record straight, Honorable Speaker. Because what we are talking about, core capital of a bank. If you can protect me from these members who are making noise behind me. Core capital of a bank, Honorable Speaker.
They're consulting, they're not making noise. Proceed.
Is about, forget the capital owners, the bank owners. It is about your constituents, the people who have elected you to represent them here. People who will never raise billions. People who walk into a bank to deposit their hard-earned 1,000 shillings, 10,000 shillings, 100,000. When these banks collapse because of inadequacy of capital, and I want to agree with Caroli at times mismanagement, it is your constituents who suffer, not the capital owners. Therefore, this House can never be seen to be defending and speaking on behalf of capital owners. Point number one. Point number two, Honorable Speaker. The Honorable TJ is right. This House legislates every year and every day. If we legislate today, nothing stops this House from changing legislation if we find that any of the 6 banks that have not met that threshold are unable to meet validly. To protect our people, Honorable Speaker. And I say this because I want to speak to the people of Kikuyu and the people of Kenya who put their hard-earned deposits in banks. The Honorable TJ is right. This House has legislated before on the core capital requirements for insurance companies in the same financial sector. And we gave a graduated program as we are doing now. And when at times they were unable to meet that threshold, we would come back and re-legislate in a finance bill. What is so special about these banks today, Honorable Speaker? And I want to prevail on members to agree to the position that we have agreed on, a compromise that in the first 2 years, the banks do comply to raise their core capital to 5 billion shillings. Only 6 commercial banks have not met that threshold as we speak today. In another 5 years, up from the 4 years that was in my amendment, Honorable Speaker, everybody complies to that 10 billion shillings. Should there be legitimate cause to re-legislate, you still be members of parliament. At least a good number of you. You come back and re-legislate.
Fair enough.
But serve your core business by protecting depositors, not capital owners.
Benjamin Lagat. Order. Let's listen to Benjamin Lagat.
Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Of course, I was supporting the position of the committee because I'm the vice chairman of the committee, but I want to support the compromise position. And Mr. Speaker, 1 billion core capital has been working for the last 8 years. So if we come back and say we want to increase it within 1 year by 100%, Mr. Speaker, that is very stiff. And to get 1 billion, Mr. Speaker, is not very easy. In fact, if we were to go that direction, it means the banks will not be lending for the next 4 years to the public because now they have to struggle to get money to become the core capital of their business. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to support the compromise position. And, Mr. Speaker, we must give time for these businesses to get the money to be able to capitalize themselves. Thank you.
So, Benjamin, your position, you debated something purely on a certain position, but what exactly are you proposing now?
I have said I support the compromise position of 5 years, but definitely 8 years would have been.
But on the other hand, you're saying that raising 2 billion in a year is too much. I mean,
yes, I've said 1 billion shillings
is a lot.
Has been the core capital for the last 8 years.
Yes.
And we have fairly operated well with the 1 billion.
So
now we are saying we want to raise the 3 billion in 2 years, which is 1.5 billion per year, which is still a lot of money, Mr. Speaker. But since now we have, that is the compromise position that we have, then I support that one.
The Honorable, yes.
Point of order.
Yes.
If there is a compromise on such a serious issue such as this, it has to be reduced in writing and members must see the text before we are able to pass or vote on it. Thank you.
I want to hear Ndikiri and the Honorable Chair of...
the Chair, I'm concerned about the new entrants and those ones who would like to start a business. If we are going to legislate and come up with a law that pegs a certain volume of the capital, and they are new, upcoming, we needed to have, whether they will have adequate time to raise that share capital, core capital. I think it is very important because we are saying that it is not that we are going to have 24 banks in Kenya. We need to leave room for others to grow and become very competitive. So if we are going to pass a law that is only looking at 24 banks, I don't think that will be doing very good justice to all those interested in coming up with the business to do with the banking. Because we have seen circles which want to grow. And I know if we use the same principle, of core capital, there's more upcoming circles which want to turn into banks will be curtailed from putting up their bid to become bankers in this country.
Honorable members, can I just do some explanation? I'm not a finance person, but I just want to understand it. The original amendment by the majority leader was that the 10 billion should be raised in 4 years. In 3 years. Okay. No, 4 years. It's 4 years. Order in 4 years. The amendment by the Finance Committee was in 8 years. And now you want to reach a compromise of 5 years. That is a position. So if you understand it, then debate on the basis of that. Fair enough, Rindikiri. It's your moment. Has he contributed? You have contributed. The Honorable DK.
I think mine is just on a clarification. You know we are an house of rules. And there was what is in the order paper. And I think order paper is there to bring order. So can you actually rule, can we do something that is outside the order paper? Or we need to amend the order paper so that it reflects the agreement? Yeah. No, that's why I'm giving it to...
Yeah.
You know we are in the process of learning. That's why I'm giving it to the Speaker.
Other amendments and the further amendments and the further amendments. You can change what's here. No. Just put it. Order, honorable members. Is there another honorable member who wants to contribute? Dawood, you have had your moment. Okay, Gichogo, MP for Gichogo. No, you're going to move the amendment. Let's just do the bit of ventilation. Yes. He's going to move the further amendment, and then you can speak on it.
Yes, Chair, in the further amendment.
Yes.
Chair, in the further amendment, is it possible also the Chair to give an exemption to startups, to the banks that are starting off? Because what we are saying is that for you to start a bank in another 4 years, you require a whole 6 billion shillings to start a bank. So, actually 10 billion to start a bank. And we have so many circles that are supporting the common man. And they would also like to rise to be banks. Actually, the banks that are existing are the promoters of this amendment so that they can be able to lock anybody else who wants to become a bank in this country.
Actually, the Chair, if I look at the order paper here, on the amendments by the chair, you say a core capital of at least 10 billion Kenya shillings in the case of a bank or a mortgage finance company. So that both of them are there. A mortgage finance company and... Okay, do you want to move the amendment that you had? Drop first the original amendment. Yes. Yeah. You're on a point of order? Yes. Can you give him the mic? I know we are rushing through something that is essential in this.
We are making what I call a principle. Because that does not mean that this country will have only 24 banks. How are we going to encourage the coming ups? Because after 5 years, we will log 24. Because I can't raise 10 billion shillings without due respect. The matter of principle that we are laying on through this bill, it must be progressive. It must be something that is going to promote business to thrive. We are encouraging formation of circles, and these circles need to be given time to incubate and grow. Now, when we cap after 4 or 5 years, 10 billion, it means anybody else trying to bring entering banking sector in this country must raise 10 billion. Then we have to make a law that is...
Yeah, the MP for Trans Nzoia, fair enough. You know, we are not debating any amendment. The original amendment was for 8 years. The amendment by the majority leader is dropped. It was defeated. Now the amendment by the finance has not been moved. So when he moves it is when you either decide to defeat it or carry it. Okay, Mr. Oi, proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I'm also not in support of the 4 years because we have financial constraints in the country. The economy is not doing very well. And we even explained to the people that because of the COVID disease that was there in 3 years ago, people have not recovered up to now. So for me, I would wish that we support the small banks to come up because we have small business people who want to...
So what are you in favor of? That's the point.
8 years.
Okay. Okay, you want to drop your original amendment and move a new amendment? What do you want to do?
I want to move a further amendment.
A further amendment?
Yes.
On the one of the 8 years initially?
Yes. May I? So Honorable...
A further amendment. You want to move this one in an amended form?
Yes, this
Understanding order number 48?
Yes.
Okay.
So Honorable Chair, I beg to move...
What's your point of order?
...be amended.
We are debating these things,
Yes,
in vain because we do not have something.
Yes, but the chair should know. Other members may not know. I can see others, some are struggling.
Yes.
Further amendments must be in writing.
No, in amended form.
In the amended form.
The same amendment that he did initially.
Yes.
He wants to amend it, but then in an amended form. Amendment in an amended form.
Yes, but what I'm saying
I think standing order number 48.
What I'm saying is that the chair should have written documentation of what is going to amend. We don't want to speak from the blues.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you move it.
So maybe before I move on, Chair, the reason why the core capital of a bank...
I hope you have internalized properly and consulted properly because this time it will either be defeated or it will be carried.
Okay.
And it's 5 years that you are going for.
Yes,
okay.
Honorable Chair, I would like to persuade our members. The reason why core capital of banks is very crucial is because banks, the model of operation of business for banks is very different from, say, SACCOs. Because for banks, they take my deposit, they take your deposit, they take all that deposit, then they lend. And that is how they make a profit. In the event where they lend more than they shouldn't, or there is no prudential management in their lending, and the defaulters become too many, then you might find a situation whereby you are going to the bank to withdraw money, and you are told you cannot withdraw your money. You can go to a bank, you want to take a loan, even when you qualify for that loan, and you cannot take. So it is something very important. So I beg to move my amendment in an amended form to read as the following: that clause 3 be further amended by deleting the proposed table of core capital. I'm substituting therefore with the following new table. The compliance date for 31st of December 2024, 1 billion.
Order. Honorable Kimani, standing order number 133, subclause clause 3. It says, despite paragraph 2 says, no amendment shall be moved to any part of a bill by any member other than the member in charge of the bill, unless written notification of the amendment shall have been given to the clerk 24 hours before the commencement of the sitting at which that part of the bill is to be considered in committee. Order. And then clause 3, Kimani, order. Clause 3 says, despite paragraph 2, despite the one which I've just mentioned here, for a member who is not a member of the committee, where an amendment has been moved to any part of a bill in accordance with this paragraph, any member may move an amendment to that amendment on delivering to the chairperson the terms of his or her amendment in writing. In writing. And my presumption is you better internalize this thing. There is no way you can do all these consultations inside the plenary here when you are deliberating on a matter of this magnitude and gravity. So the chair, no, you cannot just write by hand and bring it to me. You have to go, this business has to be deferred to another day. The chair will give you 5 minutes if you can do it very well.
It's already written.
It's already written.
It's signed.
Okay.
So, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 3 be further amended by deleting the proposed table of core capital and substituting therefore the following new table. Compliance date for minimum core capital, 31st of December 2024, 1 billion shillings. 31st of December 2025, 3 billion shillings. 31st of December 2026, 5 billion shillings. 31st of December 2027, 6 billion shillings. 31st of December 2028, 8 billion shillings. And 31st of December 2029, 10 billion shillings. Honorable Chair, it's also important to explain that if members vote against this further amendment, it means the amendment in the bill carries the day. And the minimum in the bill is 3 years. So that would mean that if the House defeats my amendment, then what will pass is what is on the bill, which is requiring banks to raise 10 billion shillings within 3 years, which we all agree is too steep. I beg to move on, Honorable Chair.
I now propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the chairman of the Finance Committee. Do I put the question? I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by Honorable Kimani. As many other opinions say aye. As many other contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. Eh? Don't worry.
Chair, there was an amendment by Karoli Omondi.
Yes.
There was an amendment by Wilberforce Oundo.
Yes.
Those ones are now subject to
Yeah.
They are no longer now valid because they are
Honorable members, there were 2 other amendments. Order. There was an amendment, a proposed amendment by the Honorable Karoli Omondi, and a proposed amendment by the Honorable Wilberforce Oundo. By the operation of the latest vote on this one, they are both defeated. They stand defeated. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Chair, and that's the issue we raised at the beginning, that in these circumstances, you need to give us guidance.
Yes.
because as it stands now, we were proposing an additional arrangement to the whole thing. In terms, I personally, I was addressing the issue of tires, because as even Carol Mond raised, we have different banks offering different services and serving different clientele. Having a blanket principle does not really support the financial sector. We're going to have a case of where we're going to have, again, we go back to the old age, where there's financial exclusion because of the terms of the major players. That's why I thought we had asked your guidance at the beginning, would have prosecuted this matter before the committee prosecuted theirs, because I know the committee takes precedence. We could have prosecuted this and probably could have persuaded the chair to look at our recommendation as they make their further amendment. That's what we are seeking your guidance, to be more organized and neater, so that we don't discourage members from filing amendments.
This one now is overtaken. It's functus official. We are going to clause 4. I will put the final question on the same. I now put the question that clause 3, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many other people say aye? As many other contrary people say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. The chair has an amendment. Proceed, the chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 4 be amended. A, in paragraph B, in the definition of non-deposit taking credit business, by deleting paragraph A and substituting therefore the following new paragraph. A, granting of loans or credit facilities, whether or not digitally, to members of the public or a section of it, with or without interest, and either secured or unsecured on the goods or assets purchased. And 2, by inserting the following proviso immediate paragraph F, provided that this does not include any credit arrangements involving the provision of credit by a person that is merely incidental to the sale of goods or provision of services by that person. And B, in paragraph B, by inserting the word credit immediately after the word taking in definition of the term credit provider. Honorable Chair, this amendment is seeking to expand the definition of non-deposit taking credit business to include granting of loans or credit facilities digitally. This covers the non-deposit taking credit businesses which operate digitally but are not covered under the CBK Digital Credit Providers Regulations and are therefore unregulated. And this is also going to limit the definition of a non-deposit taking credit business to exclude businesses such as Safaricom, which sell their products such as phones through credit. So, Honorable Chair, this is to include the non-deposit taking digital lenders into CBK Act so that they can under the purview of CBK, so that rules such as where interest should not exceed the amount of principal now will become law. And therefore, the pain that our border people and all those others have been going through, where they actually get to pay interest that is higher than the principal amount, does not exist. But also to exempt those that also give credit in their line of business. So, for example, if you're in the fuel business and your supplier supplies with you with credit, then that credit will not come under the purview of CBK. I beg to move, Honorable Chair.
I now propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Kimani. Yes, Ishima.
Thank you, Speaker. I think, Speaker, I would like to contribute to this proposal because since CBK published the rules regarding deposit taking or other digital credit providers, which is I think about 3 years ago, they've only managed to license about 51 out of 280 applicants. And I am surprised that this House would allow CBK to bring an additional maybe 200-300 microfinance, which sit under the Association of Microfinance Institutions in Kenya, which has been opposing this bill, into the purview of CBK. So, Speaker, financial intermediation is a liberalized market just like any other. Just like selling clothes, just like selling shoes, it's a willing buyer, willing seller. There is, of course, what sits under the ambit of regulated financial intermediation, which is at the banks, SACCOs, especially the people who are taking deposit. But anybody lending their money in an open market, Mr. Speaker, I do not think that it will be wise for this house to bring them under the ambit of the Central Bank of Kenya. And Mr. Speaker, I think we could be killing innovation in this country in the name of regulation. I know there is this blanket condemnation of Shylocks, of I don't know, any financial intermediator, being branded as predatory and things like that. But Speaker, I would like to tell you that the people who go for these loans is not because they have gone to a bank and have asked for a loan and have been granted. It's because our banks, our SACCOs, some of the rules that they have leave a huge population of this country outside the formal credit access mechanism. So, Mr. Speaker, I urge this House to reject any attempt at strangling financial intermediation through undue and unnecessary regulation. I submit. Speaker.
Yes. Who is on a point of order?
Chair, I really want to implore on you again, please guide the House that we are in committee of the whole, not in second reading.
In committee of the whole, there is also
not second reading, Chair. Chair, if you allow me to correct what the Honourable Member for Tetu is saying, Honourable Andeto. One is presupposing that by bringing these institutions, microfinance institutions, under the ambit of regulation by CBK, they are being transformed into banks. They are not. They are just being regulated for the purposes of regulating them to ensure that the young border riders in Tetu constituency are not taken advantage of by crooks. Because some of these people are simply crooks who are not being regulated by anybody. They are vending money. You cannot tell us that the business, that is why that the business of selling money is the same as the business of selling clothes. No, Honorable Andeto, it is not. That is why you cannot even register a company with the name finance or capital without the approval of Central Bank. Honorable Speaker. But please, Honorable Speaker, guide members in third reading.
Fair enough. The Honorable next to Langat, Benjamin Langat.
Thank you, Chair. In support of this proposal, one thing we must always remember is that we must protect the interest of the public.
Absolutely.
And in protecting the interest of the public is supervising the industry. Anyone who wants to deal with money, finances, loans, advances, or credit must bring themselves to the purview of CBK so that they are controlled. And in being controlled does not mean that they are being stifled. They will still be innovative within that sector. They will still carry out business within that sector. They will remain vibrant and serving the sector that they want to serve. But they must accept to be controlled and supervised.
You made your point. Marianne, did you raise your hand, Marianne? Oh, no, I'm looking for a lady who has raised her hand. Okay, proceed, Marianne.
Chair, I want to support this amendment because this amendment is going to save that Mama Mboga in my constituency who wants to borrow money and does not want to borrow money from somebody who is going to charge them exorbitant loans, and they are not regulated. They do not fall under any ambit of any regulation. Any business that we do in this country must fall under regulation and you must abide by the rules of the law. So this amendment is actually securing anybody who is going to borrow loans or anybody going to borrow money. Thank you. I support.
I think there is a consensus. Makilap, the last one. Makilap, I'm good of the House.
Chair.
Yes.
The essence of Committee of Parliament going out to look for the people of Kenya is to listen to the voice of the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya are saying these unregulated financial digital lenders are actually killing the people of Kenya. It is become scam. Mr. Speaker, we support the report of the chairman of finance because if we don't regulate, they will actually wipe out people in business. We must kill those.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Chair of the Finance Committee. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 4 as amended be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
Clause 5. Chair.
Honourable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 5 of the bill is amended by inserting the words of Kenya immediately after the words Central Bank in the opening statement, deleting paragraph C and substituting therefore the following new paragraph in paragraph 8 by deleting the word digital appearing before the word credit in subparagraph 7 and substituting therefore the words non-deposit taking, and lastly inserting the following new subparagraph immediately after subparagraph 8, that is 8A, credit guarantee companies. This, Honourable Speaker, is to correct a typographical error in the citation of the Central Bank of Kenya Act. What is contained in the bill is the Central Bank Act, but the Matham Act is the Central Bank of Kenya Act. So you're adding the word Kenya, and a cleanup of the act by deleting the word digital, which is substituted by the word non-deposit taking as per the new proposed definition. I beg to move, Honourable Chair.
I now propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
Honorable Kimani, proceed. I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill.
Honourable Chair, I beg to move.
Chair of Finance, yes, move.
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that
that
clause 6 of the bill is amended by inserting the word of Kenya immediately after the word Central Bank, and this again is as I explained earlier. The Mother Act referred to is the Central Bank of Kenya Act, not Central Bank Act.
Okay, I propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinion say aye, as many of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 6 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill. Move the amendment. The Honorable Kimani.
Please.
Honorable Kimani.
Yes, Honourable, it is the majority leader and the MP for title who are consulting in a very loud voice that we need to protect me because we need to pay attention.
Honorable Ichungwa and Honorable Wandeto. I know you are debating a matter that is already functus official. It's already gone. Proceed.
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that clause 7 of the bill is amended by inserting the words of Kenya immediately after the word Central Bank in the opening statement, and B in the proposed section 33R by deleting the expression section 4A DA and substituting therefore the following new expression section 4A1 DA appearing in the opening statement. This amendment is seeking to correct a typographical error in the citation of the Central Bank of Kenya Act as explained, and a reference error which references section 4A1DA, which is proposed to be amended. I beg to move, Honourable Chair.
I propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 7 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? As many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I now propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Proceed, Honorable Kimani, move your amendment.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 8 of the bill is amended by inserting the words of Kenya immediately after the words Central Bank, as I explained. Again, it is correcting a referencing error to the Mother Act.
I now propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. As many as opinions say aye. As many as contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. Clause 9. I now put the question that clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? As many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 9.
I propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. Chairman.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 9 of the bill is amended in the proposed new section 33X in subsection 2 by inserting the following new paragraph in paragraph D, by inserting the following new paragraph after paragraph C. Now a new paragraph D, that is a bank providing credit guarantee as part of its regular banking business regulated by the Banking Act. And 2 is subsection 4 by inserting the words without a license immediately after the word business. This amendment is seeking to exempt banks which already provide credit guarantee as part of their regular banking business from the requirement of registering as a credit guarantee business, and correction of an omission in the offense which has been established under the clause. By adding this new concept of credit guarantee, we are exempting banks that already are providing credit guarantee business to having to register again in the Act. I beg to move, Honorable Chair.
If you look at the order paper, supplementary, 3478, in the same clause, I think there's something you left up. There's a typo, paragraph A. Clause 9.
Yes. Honorable Chair, again, I also beg to move that clause 9 be amended as per the order paper by inserting of Kenya immediately after Central Bank. And this is again the same.
Absolutely.
For the same reason that I've explained again.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 9 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 10.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 10 be part of the bill. The Honorable Kimani, move your amendment.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 10 of the bill be amended by inserting the word of Kenya immediately after the word Central Bank of Kenya for the reason I have explained again.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 10 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
I propose the question that clause 11 be part of the bill. Chairman, move the amendment.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 11 be amended in the opening statement by deleting expression 57.3, and saying therefore with the expression 57, and in paragraph H by deleting the expression subsection 1, appear immediately before the words by substituting therefore the expression in subsection 3, and C by renumbering paragraph H as paragraph A, and D by renumbering paragraph I as paragraph B, and E by renumbering paragraph J as paragraph C. And these are just to correct typographical error and to ensure good flow of the bill.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed. There is nobody who is interested. Okay. I now put the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 11 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I propose the question that clause 12 be part of the bill. Chairman.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 12 be amended as per the order paper. Again, this is to correct the referencing error of Central Bank to Central Bank of Kenya Act.
I propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 12 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 13.
I propose the question that clause 13 be part of the bill. The Honorable Chair of the committee.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that
move the amendment. Yeah.
Clause 13 be amended as per the order paper. This amendment is speaking to clean up the bill by removing the proposed new definition, which is incorrectly referenced to the Movable Property Security Rights Act.
I propose the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 13 be amended as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 14.
Honourable members, I propose the question that clause 14 be part of the bill. Kimani? There is no amendment on clause 14. Yes. I now propose, I now put the question that clause 14 be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 15.
Honourable members, I propose the question that clause 15 be part of the bill. The chair move your amendment for clause 15.
Honorable Chair, beg to move that clause 15 be amended as per the order paper. This amendment is seeking to This amendment is seeking to correct a typographical error in the bill by replacing the word finance with microfinance.
I propose the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 15 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 16, 17, and 18.
I propose the question that clause 16, 17, and 18 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clauses 16, 17, and 18 be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 19.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 19 be part of the bill. Kimani?
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 19 be amended as per the order paper. This amendment is seeking to expand the obligations of the non-deposit taking microfinance business in consumer protection by ensuring that they furnish information on the procedure of both lending and recovery, as well as adherence to the right to privacy enshrined in the Constitution and statutes. Honorable Chair, this is seeking to correct, Honorable Chair, where we have had some creditors call your parents, call your brothers, call your sisters, call all the people in your phone book when there is a delay in payment. So to make sure that they, even as they lend, there is full disclosure of how they are going to recover in the event that the loans are not paid, and also to ensure that the protection of the privacy of the borrower is protected.
I now propose, yes, the Honorable Makalimul. Honorable Makalimul, I propose the question that clause 19 be amended as proposed. Proceed, Honorable Makalimulu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, I want to support this amendment, and I do agree with the Chairperson of the Committee on Finance and Planning, because this is one of the most abused, actually, clauses in terms of information. We have a Data Protection Act, Honorable Chair, which protects all Kenyans, including those who are borrowing. But a number of times this has been abused, and I think we really need to ensure that this clause, after it becomes law, is actually enforced. With those remarks, Honorable Chair, I support.
The Honorable Oundo.
Chair, and I want the Chair of Finance probably to shed some bit of light here. Chair of the Committee of Finance. We are talking about information sharing. To what extent does information shared by Credit Reference Bureau interface with this particular provision? It Credit Reference Bureau, as I support, we need clarification, sharing information with Credit Reference Bureaus, so that we are very clear, Kenyans are very clear, that yes, you can share information to a certain extent, but well, what are the limits? So that we need to, Kenyans can be aware.
Yes, the Honorable Kajwang Otieno.
Yes, together with, with
TJ.
what the professor is asking. Mr. Chair, although I agree with the principle of this amendment, but this amendment is not necessary. I can see it is 2A. Is it 2A? 2A. I mean, everybody is enjoined to adhere to the Constitution. And everybody is enjoined to adhere to the Data Protection Act. So a law which simply reminds people to adhere to the law in legislative practice is superfluous. So I think we need to agree here that we are not reproducing laws just for the sake of it. Chair of Finance, it escaped you that everybody in this country should respect the Constitution and should respect the Data Act, which is already there. So all you are doing is to reproduce that law. I agree with the principle, but in terms of legislative practice, I don't think I like this type of legislation.
Anybody else who wants to take a bite at it? I now put the question that clause 19 be amended as proposed. As many of the appearance say aye. As many of the appearance say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 19 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 20.
I propose the question that clause 20 be part of the bill. Where is the majority leader?
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 20 be amended as is on the order paper.
Proceed.
Was this yours or mine?
It's on page 3475.
Sorry, Honorable Speaker, because we had two amendments. Honorable Speaker, all we are doing is to require that the Kenya Bureau of Standards, that the Bureau may liaise with relevant government agencies which register businesses to obtain information on businesses registered to undertake manufacturing. Honorable Speaker, the committee had sought to delete a provision in the bill that required disclosure of certain information for manufacturers, or rather requiring manufacturers to register with the Kenya Bureau of Standards, and to dissuade the Kenya Bureau of Standards from increasing the cost of doing business. We have now amended that the Bureau will now be required to liaise with other relevant government agencies like KRA, the Bureau of it's called what? The Kenya National, the Registrar of Companies, the former Registrar of Companies, Honorable Speaker, to get all the relevant information that they may want without requiring manufacturers to go and register with them because it may be too cumbersome for businesses. I move.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed by the majority leader. Yeah, yes, the MP for Kinangop.
Chair, I want to support that amendment. Sir, for simple reason, because asking manufacturers to register with the standards body.
You want a further amendment?
No. I'm supporting
You are
that
supporting the amendment?
Yes, because
Yes.
asking manufacturers to register with the standards body, then that of course will increase the cost of doing business. But having said that, Mr. Chairman, is that the issue of registration of products maybe should have been brought into this act, so that then every product that is produced by any manufacturer is registered with the standards body. Thank you, Chair.
Oundo?
Chair, while I can see the intention of the amendment, but this, Chair, is an over-legislation. Because nothing stops Kenya Bureau of Standards from getting this information from KRA, getting this information from the soft companies or business registration services. And in the case, Honorable Speaker, Chair, let us all go on record, and I hope the majority leader is listening. Any manufacturer of goods and services in this country is registered by Customs under the Excise Duty Act. That information is already there. You do not even need to legislate to get that information. KEBS can just walk there and get that information. Is this just an over-legislation? Superfluous? We are just overkill. Basically, nothing stops them.
The Honorable Marianne Keitani.
Whereas I agree with my member, Honorable Undo, not all manufacturers will be registered under the act he's talking about. It's only manufacturers who import who are registered under that act. There are those manufacturers who do not import who will not be registered under that act. So therefore, this amendment by the majority leader is to further buttress that every manufacturer, whether they import or do not import, will be the KEBS will be required, or rather the entities that register them will be required to collect information. KEBS will be required to collect information from them, because we know that all manufacturers will be registered from one source, that is the Companies Act, under the Companies Act, under the NEO of Companies, Register of Companies.
Honorable members. Yes.
For the last time, would the majority leader tell us in just one or two sentences what is the mischief? Because we are just over-legislating. Is there something that we do not know? Could you just tell us clearly the mischief of this legislation? No.
Yes,
I'm asking the honor of the person who has technical information, who I understand.
Any member who has a technical information
I see.
can give.
I see.
Proceed. What is the mischief?
I'm the vice chair of the committee, so I would actually be better placed to give you if there is any mischief. Actually, there is no mischief, but more importantly, if you look at the subsequent clauses that we are seeking to amend, we are requiring that every manufacturer provide information information about the products they manufacture because of sampling and because of testing. We are saying that every product that is going to be manufactured must be tested. So for KEBS to be able to undertake that testing, they must know who that manufacturer is. That is the reason for bringing that particular amendment, so that we are able to follow through all the products that are going to be manufactured. And I think that amendment is coming in the next subsequent clauses.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed. Will as many as the opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put another, a further amendment. Chair, you have a further amendment. Do you wish to drop that, or you wish to? What is the amendment?
Thank you, Chair. We would like to move to drop our amendment and go as per the amendment of the majority leader.
Okay. Honorable members, a point of record. We don't have a provision for a point of record, but proceed.
One guidance.
Yes.
And I think in the minority party whip,
yes,
Honorable Milio Diambo, has been very clear, that a committee, once the committee sits and makes an amendment, any person, be it the chair or the vice chair representing the committee, cannot purport to drop or change the committee resolution without consulting the committee members.
Order.
That's the position. Unless, Chair, the standing orders have changed. Unless the standing orders have changed, the Honorable Chair. The committee, I sit in the Committee of Trade, Industry and Cooperative, and we made an amendment. We made a proposal to amend clause 5, that particular clause. So she cannot purport to withdraw without another resolution of the committee. We signed the adoption report, adoption list. An adoption list, Honorable Speaker, Chair, was based on the report of the committee and the committee amendments. We cannot come here and change. I mean, we're not a kangaroo court. How? Yeah, there was an amendment. We had an amendment.
Order. We don't micromanage the business of committees. And if authoritatively, as a chair or a vice chair decides this is going to be dropped, then that's, yes, what, Gishogo? MP for Gishogo, what's your point of order?
Chair, I sit in the Committee of Trade, Leaders and Cooperatives.
Yes.
And Honorable the Vice Chair approached me and the Chair, we were sitting together, and he was able to tell us the intention that is being brought by the amendment by the leader majority. I think the Vice Chair was not able to catch the eye, or the Oundo was not able to catch the eye of the Chair for that. But Chair, why we feel that this amendment can be carried by the Chair, it does not obligate the manufacturers to register actually, but the Bureau will liaise with the relevant authorities to get this information, because it is not one of the mandates of the Bureau to register manufacturers under the Act. So it doesn't break any bone for the amendment to be carried.
Order, honorable members, order. I now put the question that clause 20 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the appearance say aye? Will as many of the contrary appearance say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
No. Honorable members, no, you can't take us back on that. You see, on Oundo, we do not micromanage committees. No. We don't. I think we're past that one. Go ahead.
Clause 21.
I propose the question that clause 21 be a part of the bill. Where is the chair trade? Yes, proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that we delete clause 21, and the purpose for this is that the standards levy should be utilized for the purposes for which it is collected as set out under Order 10 of the standards levy order. So the proposed attempt to channel the funds collected from those functions towards payment of allowances and salaries to directors and staff of KEBS will negate the purpose for which the levy is imposed.
Yeah. Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 21 be deleted, as proposed. Honorable, yes. Yes,
and indeed, Chair, that was the resolution of the committee.
Yes.
I have no objection at all. And I would want to, we need, yes, because we have done a traversal of justice in clause 20. But clause 21 is in order.
Order. In order. Order. Majority leader, order.
Put the question. Put the question.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 21 be deleted. As many of the appearance say aye. As many of the contrary appearance say nay. The ayes have it. Clause
22.
There's no amendment to clause 22. Honorable members, there's no amendment to clause 22. I propose the question that clause 22 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 22 be part of the bill. As many of the appearance say aye. As many of the contrary appearance say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 23.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 23 be part of the bill. The Honorable Chair of Trade, Mayor Kaitani, move your amendment.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 23 be amended as per the order paper, and the justification for that is that the standards of goods imported into Kenya needs to specify actions which KEBS may take to remedy a situation where substandard goods are found in the market, and such remedies could be removal of the products from the market or destruction of the substandard products. And it further goes to require that the Cabinet Secretary may make regulations to give effect to this provision of this particular section. Thank you.
I now propose the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed. Anybody who wants to contribute? Okay. I now put the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed. As many of the parents say aye. As many of the contributors say nay, the ayes have it. And nay, as many of the contributors say nay, the ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 23 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the parents say aye? Will as many of the contributors say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 24.
I propose the question that clause 24 be part of the bill. Where is the chair? Proceed, chair.
Here I am. Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 24 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification for this is that the proposed deletion of 12A3 on the grounds that accreditation of laboratories is a function of Kenya National Accreditation Service and not Kenya Bureau of Standards. And also this is to require that all established laboratories and calibration facilities, even those belonging to Kenya Bureau of Standards, need to be accredited by Kenya National Accreditation Service under the relevant law. And it is also to require and empower the Cabinet Secretary to make regulation on categories of measuring instruments and equipment. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 24 be amended as proposed. Yes, the Honorable MP for Gishogo. Order.
Chair, I support this amendment because accreditation service is under the Kenya Accreditation Service, and we have hand bodies going out of this country, whereas we have our own accreditation body. Some have been going to SANAS in South Africa, others in Nigeria and other places. So we need to domicile all the accreditation within this country.
I now put the question that clause 24 as amended be part of the bill. Order. And I now put the question that clause 24 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 24 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinions say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 25.
I propose the question that clause 25 be part of the bill. Leader of majority, move your amendment.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 25 of the bill be amended in the proposed new section 14D by deleting the proposed subsection 2. Honorable Speaker, subsection 2 required that the inspection body should be resident in Kenya for tax purposes. And these inspection bodies, Honorable Speaker, some are based outside the country and accredited by the Bureau, by the Kenya Bureau of Standards, and therefore it would resort to double taxation. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I propose the question that clause 25 be amended as proposed. Yes. Chair. Yes, Makali Muru.
You know, I've just listened to the majority leader, and he's talking about a section of clause 25. The order paper says you delete the whole clause. I don't know whether you need to come up again and make it clear.
It's deleting.
You are deleting the whole clause.
Yeah.
Honorable Speaker, if Honorable Makali listened to me, I said new section 14D by deleting the proposed subsection 2. Therefore, I intend to leave the first part in the bill of the bill 14D1. And the committee's, the amendment you are reading is a committee's amendment, which I believe the chair will be dropping if this one goes through.
Honorable Mikhail Mulu, for your own benefit, go to the notices, but page 3475. And down there you've got clause 25. I now put the question that clause 25 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 25 be amended as proposed. As many of the opponents say aye. As many of the contrary opponents say nay. The ayes have it. I now, for 25.
Thank you. Clause 25.
25, you have an amendment, I understand.
Yes, we had an amendment which we are dropping, and we are going by the amendment of the majority leader. Thank you.
So I now put the question that clause 25, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many of the opponents say aye? Will as many of the contrary opponents say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I propose the question that clause 26 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 26 be amended as it appears in the order paper. And the justification is that we are trying to make it mandatory for all conformity assessment bodies to be accredited by the Kenya National Accreditation Service. This, further, the assessment body that is already accredited outside the country may, on application and payment of a fee, be exempted by the Kenya National Accreditation Service, and this is in line with the principles of mutual recognition under international law. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 26 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 26 be amended as proposed. As many of that opinion say aye, as many of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 26 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 27 be part of the bill. The chair.
Chair, we propose that clause be deleted, and the justification for it is that the proposed new accreditation levy of 3% of the value of accredited service would add to the already high cost of doing business in Kenya, which will ultimately be passed down to consumers. So introduction of a new levy at this time had not been justified, and it would increase the economic burden of the people of Kenya. Most stakeholders proposed a rejection of the new accreditation levy.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 27 be deleted. I now put the question that clause 27 be deleted as proposed. As many of the opponents say aye, as many of the contrary say nay, the ayes have it.
Clause 29.
Honorable members, there is no clause 28. There's only 29. I now propose the question that clause 29 be part of the bill. There's no amendment. I now put the question that clause 29 be part of the bill. Will as many of the opponents say aye? Will as many of the contrary opponents say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 30.
I propose the question that clause 30 be amended, be part of the bill. I propose the question that clause 30 be part of the bill. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. We propose that clause 30 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that this amendment seeks to rearrange the proposal because it is misplaced in the bill. The committee also proposes to remove the proposal that the Cabinet Secretary shall set minimum acreage of land in the special economic zones, as it lacks merit and is outdated because in the current digital era and with technological advancements, the activities that may be done in some special economic zones, for example, science and technology parks or ICT parks, may not necessarily require large tracts of land to operate.
The honorable members, I propose the question that clause 30 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 30 be amended as proposed. As many of the opponents say aye. Aye. As many of the contrary opponents say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 30 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye?
Aye.
As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 31.
Honorable members, I propose that clause 31 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 31 be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye?
Aye.
As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 32.
Honorable members, I propose that that clause 32 be part of the bill.
Thank you, Chair. We propose that clause 32 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is to retain the existing provisions under which it is the Cabinet Secretary who suspends or cancels licenses for special economic zone developers based on the recommendations of the authority.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinion say aye? Aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 32 be as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 33 and 34.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 33 and 34 be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that clauses 33 and 34 be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye? As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 35.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 35 be part of the bill. Mover.
Majority. Or 36. So I propose that clause 35 be as it appears in the order paper. And the justification is that this amendment is to retain the current position in the law. We observe that the proposed amendments in the bill infringes on the right to a fair hearing, hence the need to revert to the provisions as contained in the current law, but with enhanced fine.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinion say aye? Aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 35 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 36.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Honorable Leader of Majority.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 36 be amended by deleting the proposed new subsection 5 and substituting thereof with the following: that the incentives and tax benefits granted to a licensed special economic zone developer, operator, or enterprise under this act or any other written law shall apply for a period not exceeding 10 years from the date of issuance of the license. Honorable Speaker, this is just to ensure that operators and investors and developers in special economic zones first are guaranteed that they will not be disrupted in the course of the term that they have invested for a period of 10 years, a period not exceeding 10 years. All the tax incentives that they have been granted by government will be sustained for a period that will not exceed 10 years. Honorable Speaker, this is just to guarantee investors and attract more investors into the special economic zones. Members, we realize we have too many economic zones where investors have failed to go and invest in because of uncertainties as to whether the incentives they enjoy will continue to be. Because they imagine that every finance bill, you may make changes that will remove their incentives. And we are guaranteeing them that for at least that will not exceed 10 years, they will be guaranteed of those incentives. Thank you. I beg to move.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed. It has got two sections. Let's deal with the majority leaders, yeah? No debate. I now... Honorable MP for Mpakasi.
Drop amendment.
Eh? I proposed. You proposed? Yes. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. I now put the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Chair Trade, you have a further.
Thank you. The proposal that we had in the order paper, we would like to drop it and go by the majority leader's amended proposal. Thank you.
Fair enough. I now put the question that clause 36 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 37.
I propose the question that clause 37 be part of the bill. Chair,
Thank you,
proceed.
Chair.
Chair, proceed.
We propose that clause 37 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification for this is to enhance clarity and take care of interests of patents, industrial designs and utility models and right holders so that their rights are not arbitrarily transferred through purchase or selling. And this is especially for MSMEs. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 37 be amended as proposed. I now put the question that clause 37 be amended as proposed. As many of the opinions say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 37 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Proceed.
Clause 38.
I propose the question that clause 38 be part of the bill. Where is the chair? National Electoral.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 38 be amended as it appears in the order paper. And the justification for this is the requirement that the development of regulations to outline conditions for exemptions to be granted by the Cabinet Secretary and to allow for reduction of fees as well. This will act as a safeguard against abuse of discretionary powers. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed. Yes, MP for Geshogo.
Chair, I support because that gives some clarity because any changes can only come through regulations. The initial amendments were quiet and it was not clear that any regulations would be required. In this case, we are requiring that regulations must be done for them to be able to give instances and how much should be charged.
Fair enough. I now propose the honorable members, I now put the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 38 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 39.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 39 be part of the bill. This is a new clause. New clause. Where is it? Honorable members, I now call the mover to move the second reading of the new clause.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the new clause 39 be now read for a second time. Honorable Chair, these are consequential amendment. Further to the amendment we moved on, was it clause 25? Clause 20, that required that the Bureau, which is the Kenya Bureau of Standards, gets relevant information from other government agencies. And 39.1 says that the Director General of the Business Registration Service or the Registrar of Companies shall immediately, upon the incorporation or registration of a business whose purpose and objective is to undertake manufacturing, business, submit particulars of the information on the business of to the Kenya Bureau of Standards for purposes of Section 5A of the Standards Act, just what we had said in Clause 20, Honorable Speaker. And 2, that the Registrar of Companies shall immediately, upon the incorporation or registration of a company under the Companies Act whose purpose and objective is to undertake manufacturing business, submit particulars of the information on the company to the Kenya Bureau of Standards for purposes of Section 5A of the Standards Act. Honorable Speaker, I think it's self-explanatory. It's just in relation to the information we said. We do not need to burden manufacturers to go and register with KEBS. Then we now direct that the Registrar of Business Services, the Bureau of Business Registration Service, and the Register of Companies furnish KEBS with that information. I beg to move.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the new Clause 39 be now read a second time. Yes, MP for Mpakasi.
Query to the majority leader. I'm trying to understand what is he proposing that as long as the company intends in its objects to manufacture, once you've incorporated it, it means we no longer have to go to KEBS. So it will be automatic, like at the Register of Companies. Just clarify on that issue.
Yes, Oundo. And okay, you just take a few more questions and then you can clarify.
Chair.
Yes.
Of course, it's a consequence of the amendment that our committee adopted, some members of our committee adopted. But now, Chair, the only practicality of this amendment is that we are going to burden KEBS with a lot of data that is of no use to them eventually. Because some people just register companies with an intention and they never operationalize that companies. So we're just going to have them a lot of information, which is, and again, we're also going to burden the Registrar of Companies to be forwarding. I mean, it's okay, but that's wengi wape.
I see the name of Beatrice Elachi. Where is? Proceed, Beatrice.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I support. But then what we just need to be, because if we are trying to help so that you don't go back to KEBS and do all the things that we go through with KEBS, then I think that's the best, because many people always find it also. Sometimes you have to go through this, and in trade, there's a lot of giving in, you know, you have to give in this to get this. So if we are trying to close those gaps and reduce that corruption, then we can support it. But one thing I want the Trade Committee to think about is to remove the Registrar of Companies from the State Law Office and take him then to the Ministry of Trade, where he can be dealing with all these things properly.
The MP for Kinangop.
Thank you, Chair. I really do not find this amendment necessary for a simple reason. Once you register your company, of course, there are articles and memorandum of association that we register with the Registrar of Companies, and we address the issues as to, the kind of business that we're going to carry out. It does not mean that once I register a company and I've captured manufacturing as one of the things that I will do, that I will start manufacturing immediately. And therefore, we may burden the Director General and the Registrar of Company with a lot of work to forward this information to KEBS, which is not necessary. And finally, Mr. Speaker, is that it is the obligation of the manufacturer to register their products with the standards body for certification. And therefore, I don't see as if we're making it easy for business people by obligating the Director General and the Registrar of Companies to forward this information to the KEBS body. And therefore, I think this amendment or this addition is unnecessary.
Majority Leader, I don't see any further interest. Can you then clarify? Or you're too busy?
Thank you. No, I was explaining to the member for Madeira the question that Honorable Mwenje had asked, and it's indeed true. That is exactly the intention. And in this era of information sharing and in the information age, I don't think it would be too cumbersome for KEBS as the Honorable Ondo says. In actual fact, I understand what the Honorable Ondo is saying, but people who register companies for construction of roads and classrooms, but hardly do people register companies for the purpose of manufacturing if they do not intend to manufacture. And therefore, all this information, as the chair is whispering, is on eCitizen, and therefore it is information that can be shared and beneficial to KEBS for the purposes that we had sought them to get that information under clause 20. Thank you, Chair.
The Honorable Makali Mulu.
You know now with the issue the majority leader has raised, the issue of the e-citizen, I'm wondering then why do we use the word submit? Can they just go to the records and get the information? I would suggest actually you substitute the word submit with something else. Because you can easily access the information. It's readily available digitally. You can
Honorable members,
on a screen.
I put the question that clause 39 be now read a second time. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I propose the question that the new clause 39 be part of the bill. Anybody? I now put the question that the new clause 39 be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
Okay. Honorable members, I propose that the title be the title of the bill. Nobody? Honorable members, I now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Okay. Honorable members, we have come to the end of the bill. And I ask the mover of the bill to move reporting.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Business Laws Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
There's another bill. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its considerations of the Business Laws Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, there's a second bill. We're going to a second bill, and which is the Tax Laws Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 47 of 2024. And where is the chairperson of the Departmental Committee of Finance and National Planning? Okay, you call.
Provisions relating to the Income Tax Act, Clause 3.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Chairman, chairperson, with amendments. The Honorable Kimani.
No, Chair, the syllabus is running very fast. So we are on tax law amendment bill, clause 2. Honorable Chair, beg to move that clause 2 be amended as per the order paper. This amendment